Hey folks, welcome back. It's another celebratory episode of Whining About Pest Control. If you're just joining us, you've missed a great year, so make sure you hit all those like and follow buttons down there because it's another great year coming up. The new year is upon us, and while it's still cold outside, that doesn't mean that we don't have plenty to whine about. In honor of the brand new year, we're going to whine about some pest issues you want to look at now. I'm drinking a sparkling rosé because you need a nice bubbly for New Year's, and especially in a pretty glass. So, cheers. Drinkable. I hear all the time, it's winter, it's cold outside, we don't have any pest issues. Yeah, you do. Bed bugs, German cockroaches, fleas, ants, a whole bunch more. They're still active indoors. They're using the heat and the protection of that site. We need to be inspecting for and treating for these pests when they're found. Also good to remember, with climate change, we're going to see these really weird and wild weather patterns that can cause pests to start up much earlier in the season than they used to. I was talking to somebody today. We were joking that termites don't wait until the spring to start swarming. They'll do that year-round in Florida and a few other states. I had another case not too long ago. Mosquitoes had started breeding in some underground spots in a parking garage. It was warm enough, it was protected from the elements. Even though there was still snow outside, it was warm enough that they were developing and biting people on the inside. If we see these earlier warm spells, we're going to see earlier emergence of pests. Since this is whining about pest control, let's talk about that control aspect in winter. One of the best things you can do at this time of year is to start inspecting really well. Remember that inspections, along with sanitation and exclusion, are part of pest control. This is the time of year when the least amount of vegetation is out there, so those buildings are as exposed as they're going to be. You can get a real clear view of where issues may start to occur because you can actually see those areas. Since you aren't going to be doing too much treating with products, this is the time of year to check all your application equipment. From bait guns all the way up to power rigs, get them cleaned out, get them calibrated, get them ready for that spring rush. Not checking your equipment now is like not checking to see if you have wine glasses. You may still get some wine, but it's not going to be all that pretty. One other great thing to do is go through last year's records, find out when pest issues started up in your area. If you know that carpet beetles started showing up in, say, April, you can start reaching out to customers, getting services scheduled. Hit up those one-time customers from last year, remind them of what happened, get them scheduled for this year. If I know that my wine is going to be at risk from that invasive wine moth in March, I'm going to appreciate that reminder in February so that I can schedule to protect my wine early. Take this opportunity now when things are a little bit quieter, at least from that pest control standpoint. Inspect, prepare for the coming season of invasive wine moths. Kidding, there are no invasive wine moths, but there are plenty of other pests to plan for. So grab a glass, clean and calibrate your equipment now, and whine to me about your upcoming pest issues. I can help you with that. Share with all your friends and frenemies. Cheers to celebrating another fabulous year of pest control.